A young Korean-American girl, Hyun-jae, is tied at the back of a truck. She begs her kidnapper to please allow her to go, but the man refuses to heed her pleas and locks her in. You may wonder how she found herself in this situation. A day before, she was in her parents' store working with them. Before she came out to smoke, she takes her father's cigarette and knocks at her neighbor's door. Abby, who has a visitor, and says she will come out to meet her. Abby brings a fake ID card and tells Hyun-jae that she had gotten it from an unknown place, and Hyun-jae could use it. In defense, she says that she doesn't look in any way like the owner of the card, and if she even wants to pretend to be her, she has to dress differently. Abby promises to help her with great dresses for her disguise, and they plan to meet later that evening to go to the club. Hyun-jae goes to drop the cigarette back, and her father comes out. He asks her for the cigarette and also tells her he has a gift that he has kept since her graduation. He gives her a ring and warns her to stop smoking. Her father goes to make a delivery and she enters to meet her mother. She teaches her mother how to use the machine, and her mother also tells her to calculate all their earnings for the week because she wants to meet the banker on Monday. Hyun-jae hopes her mother would allow her to remain at the store and work on the book, then return home later, but her mother refuses and tells her to do it at home. After some argument between them, her mother accepts but warns her to return home before 10 p.m. and also get ready to help her with all the house chores the following day. Hyun-jae accepts. At least it will allow her to club with Abby that evening. In the evening, she disguises herself as an adult and enters the club with Abby. They take their first shot, and a firefighter in front of them notices her and pays for their second shot. Abby insists that they meet the man and appreciate him for making the payment. And although Hyun-jae is reluctant, he joins Abby eventually. They meet the fireman who claims he had just come from a funeral service. As Hyun-jae speaks to the man, Abby makes an excuse to leave. The man says he knows Hyun-jae is underage because 21-year-olds don't wear braces, but claims he won't report her and tells her that she's cute. He gets a notification and goes to make a call, and Abby ghosts Hyun-jae, so Hyun-jae decides the man should take her home. On their way, she says she is already past her curfew at home, and the man asks if he should take her home or if they should hang out. And she says she should make good use of her time since she would eventually get punished at home. They decide to go out, but the man asks to make a call first. He kisses her before leaving the car, and another truck packs behind them. The man goes to meet the driver of the other truck, and Hyun-jae notices the fireman card he is using is fake, so she attempts to run away but gets kidnapped by the man. The following day, Bob, a corrupt police officer, drives toward a private house, where he meets the owner of the property and another officer. He joins them and they show him they have found a dead girl on the property. He returns to the car to drop his cup and take his gun, and after he finds out they haven't made an official report, he kills them and leaves. Hyun-jae wakes up at a clinic and begs to be released, but the doctor sedates her and removes her braces. She wakes later in prison with several other girls. Bob calls the girls for a meeting and gives them a kitten to take care of, but Hyun-jae doesn't join them. Bob comes to her room and says Hyun-jae's parents have reported her missing. He tells her several pieces of information about her parents, saying he would harm them if she didn't cooperate. He gives her a new name, Eden, and tells her the 2 rules there, which are for them to shower 2 times a day and go for medical screening after intercourse. The following day, they give her a pregnancy test strip to use, but she doesn't know how to use it, so another girl, Priscilla, teaches her, and they become friends. She gets used to living in that place, and she is taken to her first client. She meets with another client with Bob's representative, Vaughan, but when Vaughan is smoking, she bites the client and runs away, but Vaughan catches up with her and punishes her by putting her in ice blocks. Bob gets angry at Vaughan because of his negligence and slaps him. He warns Vaughan to get serious about running the business and stop behaving like a junkie. One day, while Priscilla and Eden sit to talk, Priscilla tells her about another lady in the facility, Svetlana, who she claims is Vaughan's nightingale. She says Svetlana was once friends with a lady named Bella, and they planned to escape after getting close to one of the guards. But the guard reported them to Vaughan, who beat Bella up and killed her. Since then, Svetlana has been his nightingale, and she gets to pick the jobs she wants. Eden realizes that could have been the way Svetlana got her ring. She asks for Priscilla's age, and she says 15. She tells Priscilla she is 19, and the girl says the organization does some things to older ladies. Priscilla is then taken by one of the guards and is never seen again. Eden gets used to her job. She breaks and keeps one of her heels on the way back. That day, she enters and meets Svetlana in the room. Svetlana asks about Priscilla, but Eden doesn't respond and goes to bed. That night, she brings out the sole of her broken heels and attacks Svetlana. She hits her and collects her ring, but Vaughan comes to stop the fight. He tells her he doesn't care about Svetlana, but must punish her for the contraband. so he tells her to swallow the ring, which she does. As he asks her to go, she offers to help him with his accounting, telling him that people call him a fool and laugh behind him. He refuses, but on their next operation, she helps him get all his full payment from the client. He gradually takes her away from sex work and tells her to start cleaning and doing other work. He takes her to start answering the phone and takes the duty from Svetlana, who gets so furious, but he blackmails her that he will send her to Dubai if she doesn't cooperate. He teaches Eden how to drive, takes her to get drugs, and on their way back, she attempts to get intimate with him, and he pushes her off, saying he isn't part of those men. She helps him capture 2 new girls and takes them to the prison. He tells her about the organization and how cooperative they are, telling her that it is bigger than just a person and it is bigger than Bob. They return home and Eden receives a call from a customer who asks for the price of their service. She knows asking for the price means it's a sting, but she answers regardless and she gives the order to Vaughan without telling him anything. The following day, Bob goes for a conference, and after the conference, a police officer comes to meet him, saying that he has been calling his office to no avail, and he wants to ask about the murder that happened a year ago. It's the murder of the house owner and police officer, and the man tells him they found his cell phone on the global positioning system around the area. Bob denies being anywhere around, but claims he would call if he remembers anything. The following day, Bob goes fishing with Vaughan and Eden so they can dispose also of some bodies. On the water, Vaughan hits him, kills him, and disposes of his body. He tells Eden it was an order from above. Later, Eden goes to a man's house with Vaughan. She recognizes the man is the same man, Mario, who kidnapped her, and she asks to visit the bathroom. She finds a baby bed around and sees Priscilla, who is heavily pregnant but doesn't know they don't have good plans for her baby. Later, while driving, Vaughan asks Eden what she saw. She tells him what she has seen, and he feels she could betray him. So he tells her to shoot a girl. As she contemplates it, she hugs and consoles her, saying it's a joke, and they drive home. On their way, Vaughan receives a call that one of the workers, Ivan, has betrayed them, and they have to take the girls away immediately if they don't want to be raided. He immediately tells Eden to drive fast. He gets home and they are already punishing Ivan. The nurse takes Eden away and asks her to burn some cartons. She tells her they are relocating, and later Vaughan tells Eden to pick a passport that looks like her because they are going to Dubai. He goes to the restroom and Eden decides to run away. She sprays Vaughan's meth pipe with chemicals while he is away, and after inhaling it, he feels uncomfortable and begs her to get him some water. Eden goes to get some drug syringes instead, and when she returns, Vaughan is already dead. She cuts the tracker on a leg and left it behind before going to Mario's house. She asks if she could buy Priscilla, but Mario refuses. He tells her he recognizes her and that he was the one who kidnapped her. She asks if she can see Priscilla, and when Mario takes her along, she injects him with drugs and kills him. She meets Priscilla and tells her they should run, but Priscilla asks for her baby. She tells Priscilla the baby has been sold. In tears, they leave the house. She stops at the phone booth and calls her mother. She tears as soon as she hears her mother's voice for the first time in a year, and her mother cries because her daughter Hyun-jae is still alive. Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Make sure to leave a like as it helps the channel out. Also leave a comment if you'd like us to recap your favorite movie. Thanks for watching.